live to the world.
Brecken Mozingo. Oh, I mean, hold on. I'm Brecken Mozingo from BYU. Do I look at the camera?
No,
look at the camera?
you're good. You're good.
Sorry, guys. Really awkward.
Just that's the you're good. All right, let's get started.
New team, but same great state, same hometown, everything. Just walk us through kind of the emotions of. You've been asked this question a million times since draft night. Try to spin it a little bit because now it's real. You're wearing the crest. You got to meet all of your teammates. Everything. Is it feeling a little bit more real of like pro soccer in your hometown?
No, it still is not feeling real. I can't even believe it still, like to this day, in this very moment, that this is legit. Like this is happening. I'm 15 minutes from my house currently. I mean, the training facility, I'm 30 minutes away, but right here, right now, this was my backyard, truly.
We got to get you training a little bit more at the stadium. So,
I know, right? Seriously.
Does it help a little bit in this transition to have so many players that are so young? Obviously, a literal former teammate in the Griffins, but also a bunch of draft picks. I think the average age of this team, you spent housing around. Does that help a little bit, kind of acclimatize, knowing that there's relatively new players in the league?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's awesome that I guess I didn't even know that fact actually, that the average age is about 24. I mean, I'm almost 23, and it kind of just gives you that own like self confidence that like, okay, I'm the same age as these girls. I can run with them. My body's in shape. I'm physically attuned to where they are, and mentally and tactically, technically, like all that stuff. It just helps you get into like that groove of where you need to be in preseason and just getting ready for season.
I joke with Jen. Watch you guys have to do that. It was like a freshman training session that I went to. How did your time? Obviously, it's worked pretty well. You had 4 other teams.
Oh yeah.
In the league, right? So
yeah.
How do you think BYU kind of prepared you?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've gotten better and better each year, like with the alumni and just each class, everything happening. It's always been a standard though. Jennifer is always, I don't know why I just call her Jennifer. Jen, my coach, has literally probably. So scratch that. No, I'm just kidding. Jen kind of just set it as a standard at the very beginning that this is how we're going to perform, and how we practice is going to help that performance and translate over onto the field. So with that being said, take every drill to heart and take every drill with seriousness as to what you're doing, how you're performing, even just the littlest details. Input everything of yourself into that drill. And I think that has worked out tremendously. As you can see, like this year, we had the most that we've ever had in program history in the draft. And I think that really helped all the girls just get ready and prepared for this next level.
I already texted Lava or JB or somebody that like prepared for a tackle.
No, I haven't texted them that yet. But hey, on game day, I guarantee you I will.
Your description of Jen right there sounds like you could have been talking about Amy a little bit too. What's her vision, and what is some of the messages she's been given to the
It's actually crazy because I've just seen so many things translate over from BYU, and I've been shocked about that because, I just didn't know what to expect. And I'm just like, okay, hold on. This is a lot like BYU. Expectations are the same. When the ball's played, you got to get there, put the pressure on them. If you get the ball, we're driving forward, taking that space as fast as we can and getting the leverage that we can over these opponents. And so, kind of similar vibes Amy has been giving off, and something that's posted all over our locker room and on locker room doors. And before we step out onto the field, it says "Play like a champion today," and that's exactly what she's trying to throw out onto the team and make sure that this culture that she gets to build from the ground up is emulating. And she really just is making sure that we in hindsight see exactly what our mission is, and that's to win, like get a championship and get one of those stars over our crest immediately. So it's awesome to be coached by two amazing women back to back. So I'm super excited.
You ever had an opportunity like this to be kind of one of the authors of a culture? Pretty unique, yeah.
I honestly haven't thought about it that way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm wow. It just, the more I find out about the position I'm in right now, the more blessed and grateful that I feel about it, because truly I couldn't have dreamt of a better situation for myself and for every single girl on that team, because we each have the pen in our hands and we each get to write what's going on paper right now. So that's really cool.
Last question from me. I guess being here today, do you remember the first time you came to the stadium to maybe watch an RSL game? I mean, you grew up a couple minutes from here, right?
I think honestly, I can't remember if this one was my first one, but specifically, I remember going with one of my best friends because they had season tickets, and I ended up putting on eyeshadow for the first time, and my dad hated it because he was like, "Girl, you are not wearing any makeup," and I just put on like red, white, and blue or yellow or something just to show my support for my team that's in my backyard, RSL. But yeah, I think that was the first game I remember, and like Nick Raimondo and like Kyle Beckerman, all the big dogs out there. I just remember looking up to them so much. And now that there's a women's team, and now that there's a pipeline kind of to that for all of like the community and all the little girls out there that play soccer and want to play pro someday. Oh man, like I can't even describe how amazing that is, and just how like the feelings that I got from that first game that I went to here in the stadium is just out of this world.
A lot of the players we've talked to have said that they never have been to Utah, but they watched BYU games on TV, and even just watching the games, you could tell the crowd was really into it. So as someone who lived through that and is from Utah, what can you say about the soccer crowds in the state of Utah and how much people love soccer here?
Oh my word. Well, I'm actually transferred from UCLA, and the crowds that we got there were nothing compared to BYU. And that environment, I was nervous of it at first. I was like, oh my gosh, that many people playing in front of all of them. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, because I would get nervous in front of college coaches. But as I like evolved within my game and like age and maturity and all that, I grew to love it. And like how much this state really cares about soccer here, and like not only male but female players and athletes, is crazy. So Utah is one of a kind, and I just know all the girls that are from out of state are gonna love it here and feel so loved.
So, I mean, you already said that this is your backyard, and being the local kid, if you get a teammate that comes to you and asks you what is the most authentic Utah experience I could have, whether it be, the mountains, outdoors, the national parks, food, what is that authentic Utah experience that first comes to mind?
Well, first comes to mind is the mountains. Like even my roommate right now, Allie, Sentinor, she was just like, holy crap, these mountains. And she's constantly like this. And I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. But I would say first thing first is definitely the mountains. But I don't know. I feel like also just the community. Like everyone that I've met has just said how happy and kind the community is here. And so I think those are the two things about Utah that make it Utah.
Not even to mention the drive-through soda shop.
Oh, I forgot about those. That's true. And the cookies.
And the cookies.
Cookies and soda, man. We might be progressing to be. Wait, am I still on camera? Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
We done.
We'll get you a sponsorship.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Let's go.
Thank you. Thanks, Brecken.
Yeah, of course.